The millionaire had built his life on numbers, contracts, and acquisitions, but none of that prepared him for watching his mother slowly disappear. As he lived on the top floor of the mansion, in a bedroom larger than most apartments, with tall windows and silk curtains that filtered the sunlight into a constant golden dusk. Honest, he had ruled that space with energy, giving orders to chefs, lying with guests, correcting him sharply when he made careless decisions. Now he barely lifted her head from the pillows. Every morning began the same. He would stand at the doorway, coffee growing cold in his hand, listening to the shallow rhythm of her breathing. Doctors had assessed him there was no single fatal illness. A combination of factors, they said. Age, stress, emotional exhaustion. They prescribed pills with long names and long lists of side effects. Nurses come and went, checking vitals, adjusting blankets, speaking softly as if loud words might break her completely. And still, with each passing day, he became worse. Her appetite vanished first. Plates returned to the kitchen untouched, the food still warm, the silverware perfectly aligned as if he hadn't even tried. Then her voice weakened. Conversations that once lasted hours shrank to a few tired sentences. Eventually, even those stopped. He would stare at the ceiling, eyes open but distant, as though watching memories play on an invisible screen only he could see. The millionaire blamed himself in fragments, never fully. He told himself he was bossy, that the company needed him, that everything he did was for her. After all, this mansion, the private doctors, the round-the-clock car, wasn't that proof of love. Yet something gnawed at him when he left her room and the door closed behind him. The house felt enormous, hollow, filled with echoes instead of warmth. The staff moved like shadows. No one lingered longer than necessary. Everyone feared doing the wrong thing, saying the wrong word, or reminding the son that money was failing him for the first time in his life. Everyone, except the cleaning woman. Her name was rarely spoken aloud. She arrived before sunrise and left long after dusk, her presence marked only by the faint scent of detergent and the quiet gleam of polished flowers. She was older than most of the staff. Her hands rough, her back slightly bent, but her eyes were sharp. She had raised children, buried a husband, and learned to read pain in silence. We love the rich old woman fading, she saw something more unsettling. As she cleaned the bedroom, she noticed patterns. The pills were always in the same place, yet the count never changed. The water glass beside the bed remained full for hours. When nurses turned their backs, the old woman's fingers would curl around the blanket, tense, almost frightened. Sometimes, when the room was empty, faint whispers drifted through the air, broken sentences, regrets, names spoken like prayers. One afternoon, while wiping the nightstand, the cleaning woman heard a soft sound. A sob. Not loud, not dramatic, just the quiet breaking of someone who believed no one was listening. She froze, cloth in hand. The old woman turned her head slightly, tears slipping into her silver hair. "He's so bossy," the old woman whispered to the ceiling. "I don't want to be a burden." Those words settled heavily in the cleaning woman's chest. She had heard similar honors before, from hospital beds, from small rented rooms, from people who felt they had outlived their usefulness. Illness weakens the body, she knew, but loneliness destroys the will to live. From that day on, she paid closer attention. She noticed how the old woman flinched when new doctors arrived. How her eyes followed her son when he entered, desperate and hopeful, only to dim again when he left after a few rushed minutes. How the silence after his footsteps faded seemed to crush her more than any diagnosis. The millionaire, meanwhile, grew increasingly restless. He increased the budget for car, hired another specialist, replaced staff members he thought were ineffective. Still, nothing changed. At night, he sat in his office staring at stock charts, feeling utterly powerless. This was unfamiliar territory. Every problem in his life had always yielded to pressure, money, or persistence. His mother's decline I narrate all three. What he didn't see were the small acts happening in the margins of the day. The cleaning woman adjusting the pillows just right. Humming an old tune while sweeping. Pausing her work to ask gentle questions the doctors never asked, are you cold? Did you sleep? Do you want to sit for a moment? Sometimes the old woman answered. Sometimes she didn't. But her eyes followed the cleaning woman around the room, alert in a way they weren't for anyone else. One evening, as rain tapped against the windows, the cleaning woman found a folded napkin hidden beneath the mattress. Inside were pillows, weeks worth of them. Her blood caught. This wasn't forgetfulness. This was surrender. As she looked at the old woman, who stared back with quiet shame. I'm tired, the old woman said, her voice barely audible. Everyone expects to fight. But no one asked if I still want to. The cleaning woman sat down without asking permission. For the first time, she didn't speak. She simply listened. The old woman talked about her youth, about building the family business beside her late husband, about raising a son who grew into a powerful man she barely recognized. She spoke of empty halls, long nights, and the fear of dying surrounded by people yet completely alone. When the cleaning woman finally stood up, her knees ached, but her resolve was firm. This was no longer submitting, she could quietly observe. Whatever rules existed in this house, whatever boundaries separated staff from family, they no longer mattered. As she left the room, she glanced once more at the frail figure on the bed and thought the same thing again and again, this woman is not dying from illness. She is dying from being unseen. And somewhere downstairs, the millionaire passed his office, unaware that the true battle for his mother's life had just begun, not in a boardroom or a hospital, but in the heart of a woman no one thought important enough to listen to. The next morning, the cleaning woman did something no one in that house had ever dared to do. She knocked on the door of the millionaire's private office. Not softly, not timidly. She knocked the way someone does when what is behind the door can no longer wait. The millionaire looked up from his desk, irritation flickering across his face. Meetings were lined up, colors blinking on his screen. When he saw who stood there, his brows knit together in confusion. Yes, he said, already reaching for his phone again. She is driving up, the cleaning woman said simply. Those four words cut through the noise better than any crisis report ever had. He froze, hand hovering midair. What do you mean? He asked, standing slowly. She is not taking the medicine, the woman continued, her voice steady. She hides it. She barely eats. She cries when she thinks no one hears. Your mother is not dying because her body is weak. She is dying because she feels forgotten. Silence stretched between them, thick and uncomfortable. No one had ever spoken to him like this before, especially not someone whose name he didn't even know. That is not possible, he said, to his voice lacked conviction. She has the best car. I made sure of that. You paid for car, the cleaning woman replied. You did not drive her company. Something in her tone, neither accusing nor afraid, made him listen. For the first time in weeks, he turned off his phone. She told him everything. About the untouched meals, the hidden pills, the whispered words in the night. About the fear in his mother's eyes when he left too quickly. She didn't exaggerate. She didn't soften the truth either. Each sentence landed like a stone. By the time she finished, the millionaire was pale. We didn't onion tell him. He asked. People who need jobs stay quiet, she answered. People who love life speak up. He didn't respond. Instead, he walked past her, up the stairs, two at a time. He didn't call ahead. He didn't bring coffee. He didn't prepare a speech. For honest, he arrived with nothing but urgency. His mother was awake. She turned her head slowly when he entered, surprise flickering across her tired face. You're early, she murmured. He sat beside her bed, something he hadn't done in months. Not on a chair, on the edge of the mattress, close enough that she could feel his warmth. I'm sorry, he said, the words breaking as tail left his mouth. I thought I was helping. I thought providing everything meant I was dying enough. Her eyes filled with tears, but he didn't look away this time. I didn't want to complain, he whispered. You're always so busy. I didn't want to be another problem for you to solve. You're not a problem, he said, gripping her hand gently, as I am afraid he might vanish. You're my mother. That day, he cancelled every meeting. He stayed as doctors come and went, asking different questions now, honest. Not just about symptoms, but about sleep, fear, loneliness. The cleaning woman remained quietly in the background, watching the shift as he had sparked. Meals chunked to no longer elaborate plates designed to impress, but simple foods his mother actually liked. He fed her himself when her hands trembled. He listened when he spoke, even when her stories repeated. Especially then, the hidden pillars were brought into the open. Not with scolding, but with understanding. The doctors adjusted treatment, addressing depression alongside physical weaknesses. Slowly, almost imperceptibly, her strength began to return, not in her body at first, but in her eyes. The house transformed. Curtains were opened. Music returned to the halls. Later, hesitant at first, found its way back. The staff noticed it, so did the millionaire. For the first time, the mansion felt lived in rather than maintained. One evening, weeks later, he found the cleaning woman in the kitchen, washing her hands after finishing her shift. What is your name? He asked, as she looked up, surprised. Anna, Anna, he repeated. You saved my mother, as she shook her head gently. No, I reminded her as he mattered. He insisted on raising her pay, on offering her a different position, on rewarding her in ways he understood. As he accepted some things, declined others. Just don't forget her again, as he said. He didn't. Months passed. His mother walked in the garden for the first time in a year, leaning on his arm, sunlight warming her face. As he lied, truly lied, and the sound felt like a miracle. The millionaire often talked about how close he had come to losing her. Not to disease, not to fat, but to silence. And every time he passed Anna in the hallway, he nodded with respect, knowing that in a world obsessed with power and money, it was a cleaning woman's courage and simple human compassion that had saved everything.